$1 million would be earned in around 11 and a half days if you were paid $1 each second. However, it would take you more than 31 and a half years to earn $1 billion. It's simple to associate wealth with being rich or poor. However, there are probably 5 different levels of wealth in general. Additionally, there are major shifts at each level. What a millionaire and a billionaire can accomplish is simply mind-bogglingly different from one another. We'll be looking at what life offers at each of these various wealth levels in this video, and exploring the expensive and unusual purchases made by the super rich, some of which you've never heard of. Welcome to the Wealth Builder Den, your way to financial freedom. We'll help you make good investments and informed financial decisions to build your wealth. Subscribe to the channel. We'll share investment tips and tricks on how to save money and becoming wealthy. Don't forget to click the notification bell to be updated. This will help you avoid wasting any more money. Now, let's get straight into the videos. You'll see that one of the major shifts that take place at every level of wealth is perspective, as you notice, because how much you earn affects how prices feel. Therefore, the difference between someone making $50,000 and someone making $5 million is 100 times greater. This implies that a $500,000 Lambo is only worth $5,000 to them. A $1 million painting seems affordable to them at $10,000. Therefore, even though to us those purchases might seem significant, a billionaire wouldn't need to give it a second thought. Of course, having so much money allows you to purchase more than just things and experiences. Stay tuned as I'll share that later towards the end of the video. But now, let's begin by talking about the richest 1% of people. Despite the fact that this expression is often used to describe someone who is incredibly wealthy, if you make over $200,000 a year, you are considered to be among the top 1% of earnings globally. Therefore, being in the top 1% might make you feel as wealthy as you might believe. You can usually afford a beautiful car and house, but those things come with increased expenditures. As a result, you probably don't feel very secure about your financial situation and are still likely to have a full-time job. The measurement of wealth above this figure shifts from income to net worth as a result. More assets are available to you as your wealth increases. Additionally, it's likely that you do not receive a wage. The next degree of wealth thus falls between $10 and $30 million in net worth. You can meet your demands here. You can live in excellent comfort. You live in a gorgeous home. You frequently travel abroad in a top class. You can afford any necessary medical care, and no financial emergency may risk your life. However, you are still not financially rich, in the sense that money does not worry you. With big decisions, you must still exercise caution and be wiser. You are still not considered a super high net worth individual in the world of finance. This gets us to the level after that $30 million to $100 million in net worth. You now begin competing in the major levels, and chances are you either own or own a majority stake in a very large business. You frequently stay in 5-star hotels and have access to a number of properties across the globe. You travel on vacation during popular events, like the Grand Prix in Monaco or in any World Cup games. You now have personal assistants and are beginning to have people who other people must speak with in order to reach you. Almost everything that ordinary people consider to be a luxury item can be purchased. For instance, you can purchase any car, the most expensive jewelry, and so forth. You take a private flight instead of a first-class flight. The social group you belong to also drastically changes at this level. Senators, members of Congress, and local officials tend to be your friends. Within certain extremely exclusive circles, you must definitely have high regard. Interestingly, while being surrounded by other extremely wealthy individuals, you could yet feel lacking. Your friend may own a limited edition car of which only 5 were ever produced and you wanted that, despite the fact that you may have just purchased a brand new car. This gets us to the next stage of wealth, which is between $100 million to $1 billion in net worth. When you reach this position, even if the general public hasn't heard of you personally, you probably own or manage a company that is well known in the community. You may be able to mingle with music stars, actors, and members of the business elite at this stage. Almost any place you choose to go, you can do it in luxury. Perhaps your own island. You have numerous staffed residences spread out over the globe, each with a fleet of high-end vehicles. You are capable of having almost any experience you can imagine. Meeting with your favorite athletes, donating hundreds of thousands to charity, inviting your favorite singer for a celebration, etc. You are able to employ people to locate you the most luxurious things or whatever it is you want to buy. To the point where you can literally have gold in everything like gold cars, phones, water bottles, and even toilets and toilet paper. At this level, collecting the most rare and exclusive items is more important than just purchasing the fanciest, expensive ones. You could purchase your own items that are limited edition and only a small number were made. A lot of billionaires get into artworks that cost millions and millions of dollars, made by world-renowned artists like Jeff Koons. The only true boundary to what is possible is in your mind. That said, the $1 billion net worth and above is our last category. Before we discuss the absurd things a billionaire can buy, it's important to note that there are now a lot more billionaires on Forbes' yearly rich list than there were previously. As of right now, there are about 2,755 billionaires. Now, it's possible that more people with inherited riches simply manage to maintain their privacy well. In any case, according to Forbes, the collective net worth of these 2,755 billionaires is $13.1 trillion, making them richer than the world's 5 billion poorest people put together. In fact, according to Oxfam, the top 26 billionaires collectively own more wealth than the bottom 50% of the world's population. These numbers are staggering. This clearly demonstrates how, even among billionaires, there is a staggering disparity in wealth between those with $1 billion and those like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. Let's explore what you can do with $1 billion now that we have a better understanding of its size. Basically, anything can be purchased. Literally anything. We're not only referring to expensive things anymore. Access is one thing. Almost everyone on Earth can be contacted by asking your staff to call them. It's astonishing how much access and respect $1 billion can buy you. You can request those who work for you to contact anyone within the day. Not only famous people, but it also applies to influential politicians, particularly because a billionaire may have donated to their political party. Therefore, if you're a billionaire, you could at times meet and speak with government officials. Now, we come to the second thing $1 billion can buy: influence. As a billionaire, you have several options for influencing public discourse and legislation. It's not always done in a malicious manner, such as by advocating for lower taxes for the wealthy, though it does happen occasionally. However, thanks to your riches and contacts, you have the power to affect major changes on a global scale, not just in politics. As a result of generosity and charitable giving, impact is something else that can be bought. Your contribution will truly impact many lives. How should it be distributed is the key. You could fund technologies and research to reduce pollution and greenhouse gases, deal with climate change, provide rural communities with electricity and clean water, finance brand new medical facilities, etc. You can influence practically everything you want with money. However, one of the most significant and sometimes disregarded difference between billionaires and other people is the capacity to literally buy time. You don't need to be in line and there is practically nothing for you to wait for. Imagine having your own private jet. You could just arrive at the airport whenever you like, get aboard, and fly away in just a few minutes, traveling wherever you like. A driver will be waiting for you when you get there, ready to pick you up and take you anywhere you need to go. However, being this extremely affluent has certain drawbacks, despite what you may have heard. First of all, at this level, it is quite difficult to develop regular emotional relationships. Having friends and family that accept you for who you are might become more and more challenging. They are present, but it can be difficult to identify which ones are genuine and real to you. As a result, there are probably plenty of people in your life who are just seeking a way to take advantage of you. Your relationships and ability to trust people have surely been severely damaged. Additionally, dating starts to seem strange. You're surrounded by some of the most stunning and brilliant women in the world during gatherings and parties. Finding someone with whom you truly connect emotionally, however, is another matter entirely. This is especially true if you value your time so highly that you are constantly preoccupied and unable to devote it to forging meaningful relationships with new individuals. And even if you manage to meet someone, the dynamics of your relationship are strangely off and you have basically limitless resources. Whether your partner earns their own money or you pay for everything, something doesn't feel right. And lastly, and perhaps most importantly, no amount of money can fully provide for all your needs. Losing a loved one, experiencing health problems, and realizing your own mortality are issues that no amount of money can cure. No one has everything. Actually, I believe it would be wise to reconsider if you are still watching and feeling low. Although we've covered a wide variety of riches, the fact that you are watching it indicates that you are far from the top of the ladder. Looking above, it's simple to get dissatisfied that other individuals have more to offer than us. But pause for a moment and look at the bigger picture. You are wealthier than 75% of people on the planet if you have internet access to watch this video. In addition to having food in the refrigerator, decent clothes, and shelter. You are actually wealthier than the majority of people on the planet who are either in debt or have nothing at all, even if you only have $1 right now. The subjective nature of the rich-poor divide is what this video really emphasizes. There are several categories instead of only two groups, rich or poor. You may also be far wealthier than you realize compared to the majority of the world. Now I hope you guys learned some useful information from this video. We appreciate you for staying till the end. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Kindly click the like, subscribe, and notification bell icons if you think this video will help you in your future financial decisions. Visit our channel for more financial knowledge, building your wealth, and investment tips and tricks videos that you don't want to miss out. Have a great day and see you in our next video.